Have you ever heard of the Knights Templar? Those legendary warriors shrouded in mystery, power, and controversy? Today we're diving deep into their story, from their origins to their tragic downfall. We'll also explore if they truly hid secret relics like the legendary Ark of the Covenant or even the Holy Grail. But wait, there's more. Did they really disappear? Or are they still among us in ways we'd never imagine? Stick around until the end, because this story is sure to surprise you. It all began in the chaos of the Crusades back in the 12th century. Christian pilgrims were traveling to Jerusalem, but the journey was dangerous, full of thieves and threats. So in 1119, a French knight named Hugh de Payens gathered a small group of knights with one daring mission: to protect these pilgrims. With the support of King Baldwin II of Jerusalem, they founded the Order of the Knights Templar. This wasn't your typical order. They vowed to live in poverty, chastity, and obedience. They wore a white tunic with a red cross, and interestingly, their symbol showed two knights riding a single horse, a sign of humility, but also of brotherhood and collective strength. Ever wondered if their headquarters, built on the Temple Mount, held secrets that only the Templars uncovered? We'll explore that possibility later. The Templars quickly became much more than mere protectors. They were incredible warriors, known for their bravery during the Crusades. They made their mark in battles at Tortosa and Lisbon and played a major role in capturing Acre. But it wasn't just on the battlefield where they shone. The order grew in wealth and influence, especially after they gained the full support of the Pope, becoming exempt from taxes and above local laws. It wasn't long before they became a true political and military powerhouse. Now, one of the most intriguing aspects: the banking system created by the Templars. They were pioneers in something resembling modern banking. Pilgrims could deposit money in Europe and withdraw it in the Middle East. Pretty impressive, right? But did this wealth also hide bigger mysteries, like the famous Holy Grail or the Ark of the Covenant? Despite their success, the Templars faced decline after Jerusalem fell to the Muslim leader Saladin in 1187. The order weakened, and to make things worse, their immense riches drew the envy of many. Enter King Philip IV of France, also known as Philip the Fair. Deep in debt, he decided he needed the Templars' wealth to save his throne. So on a Friday the 13th in 1307, the king accused the Templars of heresy, worshipping Baphomet, and other absurd charges. Many were tortured until they confessed to crimes they likely never committed. But were these confessions merely the result of torture? And what about the theories surrounding the enigmatic Baphomet? Was it a symbol of hidden wisdom, or something more sinister? The order was officially dissolved in 1312, and in 1314, the last Grand Master of the Templars, Jacques de Molay, was burned alive in Paris. Before his death, he cursed both the king and Pope Clement V, claiming they'd join him in divine judgment within a year. And surprisingly, that's exactly what happened. Both died shortly after. Coincidence? Despite their tragic end, the legacy of the Templars lived on. Some say many fled to Portugal, where they formed the Order of Christ. And interestingly, centuries later, this order played a key role in Portugal's age of exploration, including figures like Vasco da Gama and even Christopher Columbus. Did the Templars disappear completely, or did they simply change names and continue their mission in secret? That's one mystery that remains. But wait, we can't talk about the Templars without mentioning the secrets surrounding this order, right? From the beginning, many believed they guarded more than just physical treasures. Among the most famous rumors is the supposed discovery of the Ark of the Covenant. You've probably heard of it, a biblical relic that, according to tradition, contains the 10 Commandments, the tablets God gave to Moses. Some say the Templars found it during excavations on the Temple Mount, and this discovery gave them special powers, explaining the rapid growth of their influence. And if that wasn't enough, there are also theories about the Holy Grail. Yes, the same chalice Jesus used at the Last Supper. Some believe the Templars were responsible for hiding it, and that this granted them power and longevity. Did they really have access to these relics, or is it just another myth surrounding the order? Think about it. Would you trust an order that guarded such powerful secrets? Drop a comment with your thoughts on these theories, and whether you believe these relics could actually exist. Despite all this aura of mystery, the fall of the Templars wasn't due to a lack of power or because they had nothing left to protect. It was actually due to an excess of power and wealth. King Philip IV of France, drowning in debt, saw the Templars as the perfect solution to his financial problems. And here's the most tragic part. The Templars were betrayed by someone who was supposed to protect them, Pope Clement V, who allied with the French king to dissolve the order. Imagine the scene: thousands of honorable Templar knights being hunted and imprisoned. On that fateful Friday the 13th in 1307, many were captured and tortured. And that's when the legends of secret practices, like the worship of Baphomet, a supposed pagan idol, began. Now here's a question for you. Do you think these accusations were real, or were they just an excuse to destroy the order? And even more, Do modern secret societies like the Freemasons have their roots in the Templars? There's a lot of speculation out there. But the mystery doesn't end there. Perhaps the most intriguing part of this story is the famous lost treasure of the Templars. Before they were captured, the Templars supposedly hid their vast fortune, and it's never been found. Where did this treasure go? Some believe it was taken to Portugal, where the Templars found protection by reorganizing under the name Order of Christ. Others think part of the treasure ended up in Scotland, helping to fund the Scottish rebellion against England. So what do you think? Could this treasure still be hidden somewhere, waiting to be discovered? If you had the chance, where would you start looking? The story of the Knights Templar is full of glory, mystery, and tragedy. But what fascinates us the most are the questions that remain unanswered. Where is the treasure? What really happened during those excavations in Jerusalem? Do the Templars still influence the world in some way, perhaps through secret societies? Leave a comment with your favorite Templar theory. And if you want to keep diving into this world of historical mysteries, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. They are one of the most enigmatic and legendary orders in history. Warrior monks, bankers, and maybe even guardians of ancient secrets. The Knights Templar still fascinate us today. Let's dive into their story, from their glorious birth to their tragic end, through the most epic battles of the Crusades and the mysteries that still make us wonder. What did they really discover? Grab your sword, or better yet your coffee, and let's uncover this story together. In the 12th century, amid the chaos of the Crusades, a small group of knights led by Hugh de Payens emerged with a daring mission to protect pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land, who were often attacked by thieves and enemies. With the blessing of King Baldwin II of Jerusalem, the Order of the Knights Templar was born. They took vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience, and adopted the white tunic with a red cross as their symbol. Their headquarters? None other than the Temple Mount in Jerusalem, a site steeped in history and, according to many, ancient secrets. This marked the beginning of an era of mystery and power. Over time, the Templars became much more than just protectors. They stood out in the battles of the Crusades, like the capture of Acre and Lisbon. Their prestige grew, as did their wealth. With the Pope's support, the Templars were granted tax exemptions and significant autonomy, answering directly to the pontiff. But what made them truly unique was their creation of the first banking system in history. Imagine this: a pilgrim could deposit their money at a Templar branch in Europe and withdraw it in Jerusalem. Quite the innovation for the time. And as their fortunes grew, so did their list of powerful enemies. Despite their military and financial success, the Templars' fate took a drastic turn after the fall of Jerusalem in 1187. The weakening of the order, combined with their vast wealth, attracted the greed of King Philip IV of France. Drowning in debt, he saw the Templars' fortunes as the perfect solution to his problems, and so began a campaign against the order. On Friday the 13th in 1307, many Templar knights were arrested, accused of heresy, worshipping Baphomet, and other crimes. Under torture, they confessed to obscure practices that were most likely false. But these accusations marked the beginning of the end. One of the most mysterious accusations against the Templars was the worship of a figure called Baphomet, described in various ways, sometimes as a severed head, other times as a figure with 3 faces, or even an entity with animal-like features. Baphomet has become the center of esoteric and occult theories. But what was it really? A symbol of wisdom? An artifact discovered during the Crusades? No one knows for sure. Many believe the charges of heresy were just a way to discredit the Templars. Others argue that they possessed hidden secrets acquired during their excavations on the Temple Mount in Jerusalem. In 1312, Pope Clement V, under pressure from Philip IV, officially dissolved the Order of the Knights Templar. But the final blow came 2 years later, in 1314, when the last Grand Master, Jacques de Molay, was burned alive in Paris. It's said that before his death, de Molay cursed the king and the Pope, and the strangest thing is that both died shortly after. Coincidence or curse? We'll never know. The fall of the Templars left many questions unanswered. One of the biggest: where did the immense fortune of the order go? When the king's troops stormed the Templar headquarters, the treasure had vanished. To this day, no one knows for sure where it went. Some believe it was taken to Portugal, where the Templars reorganized under the name Order of Christ. Others speculate that part of the treasure was hidden in Scotland. And have you ever wondered if the Templars' treasure is still hidden somewhere, waiting to be discovered? Even after the official end of the order, the Templars' legacy never fully disappeared. Some believe they influenced Freemasonry and other secret societies that emerged centuries later. In Portugal, the knights who escaped founded the Order of Christ, which played a crucial role in the great explorations and discoveries of lands by figures like Vasco da Gama and Christopher Columbus. The Red Cross of the Templars, painted on the sails of Portuguese ships, is a reminder that, in a way, they continue to sail through the seas of history. The story of the Knights Templar is fascinating, filled with heroism, mystery, and tragedy. They were religious warriors, innovative bankers, and for many, guardians of lost secrets. Yet, we still wonder, what really happened to them? Where is the treasure? And could there still be remnants of the order in modern secret societies? The truth might lie in the shadows of history. The Templars may have disappeared from the pages of books, but the mystery they left behind is very much alive. Few people know, but the Knights Templar, or rather their successor, the Order of Christ, played a fundamental role in the Age of Exploration. After the Order's official fall, many Templars fled to Portugal, where they were welcomed by King Dinas. To protect the Knights, he created the Order of Christ, which inherited many of the Templars' secrets, wealth, and power. This order was essential in funding and organizing the expeditions that led Portuguese navigators to discover new worlds. An interesting detail is that the famous Red Cross of the Templars was painted on the sails of Portuguese caravels. So, when Vasco da Gama and Christopher Columbus crossed the oceans, they carried with them the symbol and legacy of the Knights Templar. Have you ever thought about how the Templars, in a way, helped shape the modern world through the Age of Exploration? Their legacy went far beyond the Crusades. And who knows, maybe they're still out there today, disguised under new orders and institutions. Now let's dive into one of the most fascinating and debated points about the Templars, their possible connection to Freemasonry. According to some theories, many of the Templars who escaped persecution in France found refuge in Scotland. There, they helped form a secret organization that later became known as Freemasonry. The Scottish rite of Freemasonry, in particular, has many elements that, according to some historians and theorists, resemble Templar rituals. Though there's no concrete historical evidence to support this link, the mystery and coincidences continue to fuel this connection. Common symbols like the use of the cross and the concept of a secret brotherhood make many believe that the Templars and Freemasonry share more than just coincidences. Could it be that the Templar secrets were passed down, protected by this new society? And could some of these secrets have influenced major historical events, like the French Revolution? There are even theories that it was a Templar revenge against the monarchy, but it's something we'll never know for sure. One of the most controversial points in the Templars' downfall was the accusation that they worshipped a figure known as Baphomet. But who or what was Baphomet, really? Some believe it was a symbol of hidden wisdom, a reference to esoteric practices that the Templars may have acquired during their expeditions in the East. Others, however, see Baphomet as an invention of their accusers, used to discredit and justify the destruction of the order. There are theories that Baphomet was a corruption of the name Muhammad, linking the Templars to Islam, a heresy at the time. Others say Baphomet represented forbidden knowledge, something the Templars discovered during their excavations on the Temple Mount, perhaps related to ancient Egyptian wisdom or even the Kabbalah. The fact is that the figure of Baphomet has become a mysterious and intriguing icon surrounded by myths. Even today, Baphomet is used in various occult practices, but its true origin remains in the shadows. Was it merely a malicious invention? Or did the Templars really possess secrets beyond the Church's comprehension? The legacy of the Knights Templar runs deep and goes far beyond that of mere Crusader warriors. They were pioneers in finance, guardians of mysteries, and possibly even influencers in the greatest explorations in history. Their involvement with secret societies and esoteric theories keeps their story alive and full of speculation. The Templars didn't completely vanish. Their ideas, symbols, and influence are found everywhere. From the history of Portuguese explorers to the secret rituals of discreet societies, the mystery endures, and perhaps that's the Templars' greatest legacy, leaving us always with questions and the feeling that we'll never have all the answers. Perhaps the true secret of the Templars is precisely this, keeping the mystery alive, challenging us to keep searching for answers in the shadows of history. Although the order officially fell in 1312, the influence of the Knights Templar never truly disappeared. Today, their legacy can be seen in various ways, in architecture, popular culture, and of course, in the many conspiracy theories that continue to circulate. The Red Cross of the Templars can still be seen in monuments, churches, and even in the crests of noble families throughout Europe. And it's not just ancient history where the Templars are present. Movies, series, and books continue to explore the mystique surrounding this order. From the Da Vinci Code to Assassin's Creed, the Templars inspire stories, films, and games. This blend of mystery, religion, and power keeps them always relevant, fueling the fascination with secret societies and their supposed hidden knowledge. Interestingly, there are even modern-day groups that call themselves the Order of the Templars, claiming to carry on the knightly tradition, though their goals are mainly philanthropic. Could it be that, somewhere, they still guard secrets of the original order, passed down through generations? The Templar story is also closely tied to secret societies. It's believed that after the Order's tragic fall, many Templars infiltrated other orders and became part of Europe's secret elite. Freemasonry, as we mentioned before, is the most well-known example. And this supposed connection has led to endless speculation about the Templars' role in major historical events, like the French Revolution. There are those who say that after the Order's collapse, the Templars survived in secrecy, hiding their wealth, their secrets, and their esoteric knowledge. Over the centuries, theories about their involvement in global conspiracies emerged, feeding the idea that the Order never truly disappeared, but merely changed its name and form. Whether through Portuguese explorations, their influence on Freemasonry, or even the elusive treasure that has never been found, the Templars' impact seems eternal. To this day, the idea of a powerful order operating in the shadows, manipulating historical events, and guarding ancient secrets stirs the imagination. And finally, we can't wrap up this story without touching again on the lost treasure of the Templars. This is one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in history. Did it really exist, or was it just an invention to justify the Order's persecution? Some legends say the treasure was secretly transported to Scotland, hidden in places like Rosslyn Chapel, while others claim it was taken to Portugal, where it helped fund the Order of Christ and the Age of Exploration. There are also those who believe that the treasure wasn't money or gold, but rather knowledge. Ancient knowledge, sacred texts, or even relics like the Holy Grail and the Ark of the Covenant. According to some of the more daring theories, these secrets could have given the Templars immense power, which they guarded with the utmost care. Will we ever find the whereabouts of this treasure? Or is it destined to remain a myth, guarded by the winds of time and the shadows of mystery? The Knights Templar are more than a medieval military order. They are a symbol of faith, mystery, and of a power that transcended the Crusades and has endured to this day. The legacy they left shaped not only the history of Europe, but also the way we view secret societies and hidden power. From their excavations on the Temple Mount to the secrets they may have passed through the generations, the Templars continue to inspire and intrigue. Were they just devout warriors, or did they guard ancient secrets beyond comprehension? We may never know for sure. What we do know is that their story, full of glory, mystery, and tragedy, will continue to be told and studied for centuries to come. And that's it for today's epic journey into the world of the Knights Templar. But is this really the end of their story? Or just the beginning of another one, still being written in the shadows of history? If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to uncover more historical mysteries, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on our next adventure. Leave a comment below with your favorite Templar theory. Let's keep the conversation going. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.